What if the biggest mystery in Outlander history is finally about to be solved? What if Claire and Jaime's story doesn't just end, but opens a door to something even more unbelievable? Season 8 isn't just a conclusion, it's a reckoning. And from what we know so far, this final chapter will change everything. Even though we're only weeks away from the release of Blood of My Blood, the upcoming prequel series, I can't stop thinking about Outlander's final season. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited about the prequel too. But after following the lives of Jaime and Claire for years, I'm far more invested in how their journey ends. Honestly, I used to think the prequel would come after Season 8 had aired. But Starz surprised us. We'll be diving into Blood of My Blood before the original story is even finished. Now, let's talk about what we know and what we suspect is going to happen when Season 8 kicks off. One of the most shocking revelations involves Faith. After William came to Jaime for help, he and Claire agreed to take Fanny under their wing. But things quickly took a strange turn. Claire noticed a necklace Fanny was wearing, and then she heard her sing a song that Fanny claimed was her mother's. That might not sound like a big deal at first, but longtime fans know better. In Diana Gabaldon's books, Fanny and Jane's mother is named Faith. But this song, never mentioned. That's what makes this moment in the show so suspicious. Jaime and Claire thought it was just a strange coincidence, but the series has already made it clear. It won't follow the books to the letter. Diana's final novel in the series hasn't been released yet, which gives the show plenty of space to craft its own ending. That's why so many fans believe we'll get flashbacks of Faith's story in the early episodes of Season 8. And yes, it sounds wild to think the baby we all saw buried might have somehow survived. But believe it or not, there's a theory that makes it seem possible. Remember Master Raymond, the mysterious healer we met in Season 2, who also returned in Season 7? There's speculation that he has the power to bring people back from the brink, or even from death. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he saved Faith, kept it secret, and whisked her away to another time to raise her safely. That could explain why Claire and Jaime never knew the truth. But if he did save Faith, why wouldn't he tell Claire and Jaime? Some fans think he kept her hidden for her own safety. Others believe Faith grew up in a different time period entirely, possibly even in the 20th century, learning how to travel through time herself. That would explain why the song Fanny sang came from that era. There's another theory involving Mother Hildegarde. She was there when Claire gave birth. She was the one who baptized Faith and prepared her for burial. What if she helped Master Raymond? Maybe she raised Faith herself, and the lullaby she sang was passed down from mother to daughter. That could be how Fanny knows the song today. It's a powerful theory, and honestly, one that's hard to dismiss. If it's true, and Fanny really is Faith's daughter, then Season 7 hit us with an even deeper tragedy. Claire and Jaime not only lost their daughter, they unknowingly lost their granddaughter too. And what's worse, William, their son, slept with his half-niece. It's a twisted, heartbreaking possibility, but one that fits right into the unpredictable world of Outlander. Still, there's some hope. Claire and Jaime may never get to meet their daughter again, but they now have the chance to raise her child. Fanny might not remember everything, but she could share enough for them to get a glimpse of who Faith was. We may even see flashbacks of Faith's life with Jane and Fanny. That would be something special. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger finally found each other in the Season 7 finale, and that reunion was everything. The way they held each other, it gave me chills. But now that they've seen how dangerous the past can be, especially with people like Rob Cameron on the loose, I doubt they'll return to the 20th century. Bree even mentioned how strange it would be to live in 1739, where her father is just a student. It makes more sense for them to travel forward to the 1780s to reconnect with Claire and Jaime. In the teaser, we saw Jaime and Claire at Fraser's Ridge, where Jaime delivers one of his most iconic lines. "When the day shall come that we do part, if my last words are not I love you, you'll ken it was because I didna have time." That scene confirms we'll return to the Ridge, and they'll likely rebuild their home that was destroyed. Brianna and her family will probably arrive in the first few episodes, and Fanny will stay there while the others face new dangers. Now you might ask, why leave Fanny behind? It's because Claire and Jaime will be on a mission. Lord John Grey will be kidnapped, and they'll set out to find him. But they won't be alone in this season. Carla Woodcock joins the cast as Amaranthus Grey, who claims to be the widow of Benjamin Grey, Lord John's nephew, and the mother of his child. She'll even meet William, and while the chemistry looks real, book fans know she's not to be trusted. We'll also meet two more characters, Captain Charles and his mother Elspeth, played by Kieran Boo and Frances Tomelty. Charles is a former British officer with big ambitions. He wants to form an army at Fraser's Ridge to fight rebel forces, something that will obviously clash with Jaime's values. As for Elspeth, she may come across as a typical older woman at first, but there's much more to her than meets the eye. We'll learn her story as the season unfolds. And now, finally, we come to the mystery that's haunted us since the beginning, Jaime's ghost. We saw him in the very first episode of Season 1, watching Claire from a distance. 11 years later, we're still waiting for answers. But in Season 8, we'll finally get them. And here's what makes it hard to accept. Jaime may have to die for that explanation to make sense. I always believed that if anything happened to Jaime, Claire would save him. But maybe she won't. Maybe she'll know that Jaime doesn't want to be saved. And even though she could heal him, she might have to let him go. It's a devastating thought, but one that makes sense if the series is going to answer everything before the end. Now, about the release. Blood of My Blood premieres August 8th, just a few weeks from now. Outlander Season 8 will air once the prequel finishes. I don't expect Starz to release the final season immediately after, but they've already said it's coming soon. That makes a December release feel very likely, so we can probably expect a trailer by November, maybe even a teaser before then. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which theory do you believe? What moment are you most excited or scared to see? And if you want to learn more about Blood of My Blood, don't miss the next video.